what are the chances, right, that literally 2 weeks after I do the whole announcement saying publicly that I'm going away for basically ages, is when the show finally kicks the bucket. Alright, let's not beat around the bush here. We all know why we're here today. Doctor Who has finally kicked the bucket and is basically in the dead. After basically hearing nothing about it as far as I remember, because to be honest, I mean, as you will know if you follow the stuff and are familiar, I haven't kept up with the show at all since the end of Series 15. I already put out that, like, I wasn't gonna watch the show anymore. I didn't really care. Could give a fuck what happened to it. Wanted it to be cancelled more than I wanted it to come back. And, well, it looks like I got my wish, to be fair. Because 2 hours ago, as of this being recorded, there was an announcement put out on all their social medias, which links you to their website, which basically says, as part of securing the next phase of the show for future generations, and in line with the BBC's charter and agreement requirements, the BBC will put Doctor Who out to competitive tender this year. Competitive tender, if you don't know, basically just means they're putting it out there for, like, other people to see if they want it. Because clearly BBC don't give a fuck about it, because they don't want to just fund it on their ones anymore. Because that looks really bad. Going from Disney to back to the BBC, which will be defunct within the, well, next 20 years, should we say? But yeah, it's out for competitive tender this year, and it's going to be next year as well, let's be for real. Doctor Who remains an important part of the BBC, and this tender underpins the BBC's continued commitment to Doctor Who, ensuring audiences will enjoy the show for years to come. Just putting it out there, they could just make it on their own, like they've done for, like, most of the past 60 years, but that's okay, we won't worry about that. After careful consideration, the BBC, Russell T Davies and Bad Wolf have collectively decided not to go ahead with the previously announced Doctor Who Christmas episode. LMAO is all I've got to say, because that means that the last visual of new Doctor Who really is just Billie Piper's face without explanation, which, when I do eventually come back and review Series 15, is quite possibly the most embarrassing way that a show has ever ended, ever. Just a last desperate attempt to squeeze onto anything that the show lost like 20 years ago. Man, what an ending, what a shit show. But the even better news, really, even though the show is dead so we don't have to suffer with it any longer, is that Russell and Bad Wolf are gone. I never thought I would be celebrating something like this, considering how excited I initially was when it was announced he's come back, but fucking hell, he hasn't half killed this show. I mean, he's killed any enjoyment or passion that can derive from it, basically to any extent at this point. Like, just because Russell was so important in bringing it back 20 years ago does not mean that he was what the show needed, because fucking hell, I think he's honestly put it off in a worse position than it was when Chibnall left it. Anyway, this decision was not taken lightly, and we know it will be disappointing for fans, but in order to set up the show for a future series, it was decided that rather than bridge the gap with a one-off special, we are choosing to push forward to invest in the long-term future of the show, which ensures that when the TARDIS lands once more, it does so in all of its glory. Basically, it's dead, and we're not going to hear about it until someone else picks it up. And to be honest, I mean, I'll eat the words if they do. I hope no one picks it up until there's a fucking plan in place. Because Jesus Christ, we can't keep doing the same shit over and over and over again and expect a different result. Because that's all we've been doing pretty much since 2010, 2011. And the show's been nothing but diminishing returns since like 2015. So I've been advocating for this, like, privately to friends and over, like, well, with certain people who I met through Doctor Who. I've been advocating for so long to just cancel the show, or like put it on hiatus and bring it back when you've got a plan in place, because the issue always is that there's never a plan in place. They just sort of pick it up and are just like, oh shit, people want Doctor Who, so we'll make more Doctor Who, but then it's not gonna work because you don't have a plan and you're just making shit up as you go along and the writing just suffers. And we've been going like through this cycle for bare minimum. If you don't want to accept the Moffat era's bad, you're wrong. But even if you don't want to accept it, just look from the general, like, viewers of the show. This has been putting it in the ground for the last decade. Wow. most viewed episode since 2018 really was just the Star Beast. Wow! We are cooked! Like, I'm gonna be so for real. People who keep up with my shit will be aware of this anyway. I don't keep up with Doctor Who discourse anymore, and I haven't for fucking ages. Probably years at this point. Like, I only found out about this thing because I opened Twitter and I seen Doctor Who, and I was like, okay, it must actually be important. Because I don't get Doctor Who on the timeline and haven't done for fucking ages because I just don't look at the shit. And when I seen it on the Discuss and Film account, I knew it must have been something fucked. But honestly, even if you like this new era for whatever reason, I don't actually know if anyone does, to be fair, anymore. Since it has just killed the show again. Lol. To be honest, I think this is for the better because in the eyes of the public, the show is just a joke again anyway. Oh, also, I forgot to say that. The previously announced Doctor Who animation series for CBeebies is currently in production. And I swear this shit was announced when fucking me and Sam had a podcast. And that was like 2021, bro. What are they still fucking doing with that shit? No one's gonna watch that. That's gonna be an embarrassing output. The BBC will of course retain all IPs for Doctor Who. BBC Studios will continue to lead the global distribution of Doctor Who as well as licensing, consumer products, digital and immersive experiences on behalf of the BBC. Blah blah blah. Basically, it's dead unless someone picks it up. So they're not confirming it's cancelled. They're basically saying, oh well, it might come back if someone picks it up. Which, if you are unaware, is basically what they did the last time it was cancelled. Like, I may be paraphrasing this, obviously, because I've fucking seen it in a video or some shit with the screenshots or whatever. But I'm pretty sure when Classic Who was cancelled, they did the whole thing of like, oh, well, it's not cancelled, we're just sort of taking a break at the minute. And then that break just went on forever. That's probably the situation we're in right now. But, honestly, I don't fucking care anymore. Like, this is what's best for the show, realistically. But the show has been so bad for so long. I'm honestly just glad to see it kick the can. Will I watch it when it comes back? I don't fucking know. I mean, at this rate, depending on how long it's gone, maybe. But man, I just had no investment. I mean, that war between the land of the... Oh my god, is that the last thing that was put out? Oh god. Wow. The last public image of Doctor Who was really going to be the war between the land and the sea. What a fucking... Bruh! That's so fucked. That sucks. I didn't see that shit, and I never will. I don't want to. It looked... and also, I just don't care. Wasn't the guy who made that meant to be in line for next showrunner as well, by the way? Thank fuck that didn't happen. He didn't write any good Doctor Who episodes. I don't know why anyone would want that. Yeah, sorry, that was kind of like rambly all over the place, but I just wanted to sort of put it out, at least since people would probably ask us about it anyway, but basically, thank fuck it's cancelled. I honestly do hope it just stays in the ground for at least a decade, and they sort it out, but what an embarrassing way to go out, for real. Mess.